Hi guys, for our animation unit, we're going to start off by using this online frame-by-frame animator, which is a GIF or GIF creator called Brush Ninja. So you guys are going to go to the link that I provide you in Classroom, but basically it's just brush.ninja. And when you get to the page, it'll look like this. And I'll just scroll down to the bottom. So it's a pretty simple user interface. Up here you have your tools. This is a drawing tool, so literally you could get a brush size over here, choose your color palette on the right hand side, and then you can just draw with your mouse, which is always something that's a little bit tough to do, but I have faith in you guys. You can do a great job. So that's one thing that you can use. If you want to get rid of anything that you've done, your frames are down here. You could delete them or undo them. So I'm just going to refresh my page here. So down at the bottom here, if I create a new frame, you can see that I can delete that frame. Underneath this tool as well, you can create shapes, lines. You've got an eraser tool, a text tool, and then you also have a toolkit. So what we're going to do for this first tutorial is we're going to create a bouncing ball. And this is a good first step because it's something really simple to draw, and also it'll give you guys more focus on getting used to the frame-by-frame animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and select our shape tool. We're going to change it to a circle. And then you guys can change the color to anything that you want. So I'm just going to make mine red. And with this shape tool, I'm just going to make the shape of the ball here. If you want to get fancy and add something else to your ball, so maybe I want to add maybe a star on top of it or something like that, I could do that. But just a word of warning, if you add any fancy details to it, you do have to deal with how that's going to look as the ball rotates. So for now, I'm just going to start with a simple shape, and then once we've kind of practiced with this simple shape, we could start adding kind of fancier elements to our work. So once you have your shape set up the way you want, so let me go back here and just draw my shape again. So there's my ball shape. What I'm going to do is go up to the shape tool at the top, and I'm going to change it now to the wrench, which is number 6. And I'm going to use the move tool. There's also this tool that's a rotating tool. And then this tool here as well is something that you guys can use too. So it makes it bigger or smaller. So it's a scaling tool. So I might use that too just to make it the right size. Now what I'm going to do is go on my move tool. And I need to decide where I want to start this ball. So maybe I'll actually start it in the air and then just have it drop down and do a bounce. So I'm going to start it up here. And you guys can see down at the bottom I have a frame. Instead of adding a new frame, it's a lot easier to actually just duplicate the frame. So I'm going to click on this button here and duplicate it, and then that bouncy ball will be in the exact same spot. But what I'm going to do is with the move tool, I'm going to take it and just move it down slightly. Duplicate this again, move it down, duplicate again, move it down, and so on. So I'm just going to keep doing this. And I just want to use little movements. Like I'm probably doing a bit bigger movements than I would normally want to do, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this tutorial of being a little bit faster. The smaller the movements, generally speaking, the more natural it's going to be. But also, you kind of have to think of the physics of this kind of thing as well. So if you want the ball to look like it's accelerating at all, then you would increase the size that you move it. So I'm going to go down here a bit more. There. One more. And then I'll pretend that that's kind of the bottom. And then maybe I want it to like shoot up pretty far. So this is where I'm kind of accelerating that movement. And then maybe I want it to bounce off the wall. So if I have it just kind of almost touch there, I could have it like shoot in this direction. And then even maybe this is where you'd use the scale tool. If you wanted it to look like it was kind of shooting towards the viewer, maybe you'd use your scale tool and make it a little bit bigger. And I gotta use my move tool again. Could get a little trickier, right? So move it, could scale it, etc. So now once you would keep going with this to try to make it as natural as possible, but right now I have 20 frames, so you can see it says 20 out of 20. I'm on the 20th frame right now. And if I just scroll up and click my play button, you guys can see what we've done so far. So it kind of abruptly stops there, so I'd want to keep going with that animation. But this is a first good step that I want you guys to do. So what you're going to do this week is experiment with this tool. I want you to have a ball that bounces however you want. So you choose the trajectory, you choose the color, you choose whether that ball is going to get bigger or smaller, go back into the distance, etc. And this is a good first step for exploring frame by frame animation. And then, like I said, once you guys are comfortable with that, we will get to doing some more details on our animation. So once you're finished doing your bouncy ball exercise, you're going to export it. So press the export button. What we want to do is we want to save it as an animated GIF. So click on that one, export. It does this little thing here. You're going to click save. And then it'll ask you, do you want to allow this to save to your downloads? I'm going to say yes. And it'll save in my downloads folder. So now when I open it up here, you'll see it's a .gif file. And this is what you guys are going to upload to Classroom to hand it in. Okay, so play around with the Brush Ninja, have fun, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.